So we are recording this lesson so that people that aren't on this will be able to watch it later. I will ask that when we are doing this, that you guys stop texting. On the public chat. That will be only for questions that you have if you weren't able to use your mic, because the first part of this, let's go ahead and get started. Let's see. Welcome to the Math Live conference. We're the first ones, so please bear with me with any issues that might arise. Let's see. First, we're going to talk a little bit about what the expectations are. So we have this extended learning expectation. You're going to have a lesson every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from all of your classes. So you will have an assignment for every single class on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays for first through seventh period. So even your electives. If you're in PE, you need to check your PE Canvas. If you're in art, you will also have an art assignment. Each day there's going to be a live conference, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. For math, it's always going to be on Wednesdays. So we have today, and then we have next Wednesday, where you'll see me again. You'll have assignments that you have to do, but you may have to work on them on Tuesday or Thursday. It's up to you guys when you work on them. You don't really want to fall behind because we are on extended e-learning. If you fall behind, then it's going to be tough to catch back up, especially if we do end up going back to school. Submit your assignments promptly, as close to the day as possible. So today you'll have an assignment for IXL that you will want to try to submit as soon as possible, get credit for it. We'll be contacting home for those of you who don't submit them. Maria, when your computer restarts, just go ahead and come back in. This will be recorded so you can look back at what you missed. Okay? All right. So Mondays, you will have a live conference with Miss Hoover, so English. Wednesdays is with me, and Fridays in the morning is with science and social studies. We'll also have some live conferences for your electives. You will need to check Canvas for that. I'm not sure when they are doing them. All right, move on. So here, if you are in the honors class, I think you guys are in PM. You will have your English from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. on Mondays. And then here with me on, let's see. So this is you guys right here. And then this is you here on Wednesdays. And then on Fridays, you have science and social studies. Becca, we probably will have some glitching issues with the recording, but if you watch the recording later, you'll have glitching issues maybe right now.
Oh yeah, that's bad.
Okay. You may have glitching issues now, but when you watch the recording, it won't glitch. So I'm going to type that. Recording, it won't glitch. Okay. All right. Moving on. What happens if you miss a live recording or if you can't really hear me? Well, these are recorded, so I will post them on the extended e-learning module. So I think I can share my screen, although that's going to glitch it really badly. So I'm not going to share my screen right now. You can always email us with any questions. Our office hours are 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., but we will probably be answering emails outside of that. Also, keep in mind that we have children at home, so we may not answer your emails as soon as possible, even though we have office hours, because we do have our children or responsibilities at home. So if I'm feeding my kids, I won't be able to answer right away. Okay. What questions do you guys have? Let's go ahead and see if you can type some questions. Eli. Yes, you can go to the bathroom, Kevin. We'll be right here when you come back. If you guys don't have questions, then we can move on to the actual lesson, but I did want to give you guys an opportunity to ask questions. This conference will go, it shouldn't go too much longer after the lesson. They said like around 30 minutes, but if you can notice, Ms. Hoover has an hour, Ms. Jojo has 40 minutes, Mr. Schutz also has 40 minutes. Yes, so today's lesson is going to be on volume. It's going to be pretty easy. This is going to be a 7th grade standard today, and then on Friday we'll see a little bit more. Let's see. Do we have e-learning every day? No, you will have assignments on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Hey, guys, let's keep the chat open for questions. If you guys want to contact each other, you guys can always do Google Hangouts or Google Meetup or FaceTime or something like that at a different time than the live conference. Any other questions? Okay. Today's lesson, I tried to keep it easier just because it's going to be the first live conference. I wasn't sure how it would go. It's going to be on volume. Today we're talking about the 7th grade standard of rectangular prisms, which are these here, and cylinders, which are these. This is our standard, as I can find the volume of rectangular prisms, cylinders, cones, spheres, and pyramids, and shapes comprised of rectangular prisms. So here you will see the 7th grade standard, which are going to be rectangular prisms and cylinders. And then we're going to talk about the 8th grade standards, which are going to be shapes like cones, spheres, pyramids, and then we're going to talk about surface area as well. Okay, so today we're talking about the 7th grade standard, and then Eli, I'm not sure about what you're talking about with the IB, because I know that IB teachers on 7th grade are also doing this as well. Okay. Yes, so today you guys probably know volume of right rectangular prisms and cylinders. That's why it's going to be pretty easy for you. Okay, and in fact, IB has to still do circles. All right, so right rectangular prisms are, you know, this here. And so SpongeBob SquarePants, false. It should be SpongeBob rectangular prism pants. Get it? Okay. And then cylinders, flirting in 2020. You are so special, I would share my last roll of toilet paper with you. All right, so we need to do the, it's really hard to do jokes by myself and just laughing. It's kind of a little pathetic. So hopefully you guys enjoy these too. All right. So volume, as you guys know, is going to be basically the area of a shape stacked upon. So it's adding a new dimension of height. So we have the area of the base, and then we have to multiply it by the height, right? So cylinders, same deal. Volume of the, area of the base times the height. So let's go ahead and try this. I have an example on a video, so this will be posted so that you guys can watch this video later. So why does toilet paper need a commercial? Who's not buying this? Okay, I'm going to share my screen, and this is where it might glitch out a little bit, but we'll see. So I have a video that's posted on the announcements that I'm going to show you guys because I can't interact. I can't click this, and I can't interact with it easily, so I made a video. Yeah, okay. Kyla, in terms of the joke, it's because everyone's buying toilet paper right now. So they don't need advertisements. Let's see. Okay. I'm sharing my screen. Hopefully it doesn't glitch. Can you guys see my screen? It looks kind of like a black hole.
It looks weird.
Yeah, okay. So I'm going to go to the volume.
Cool, Todd.
All right. So I'm going to watch. You guys are going to watch this video. You guys see the video?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, guys.
Hello.
The volume today. So I have a couple of shapes to show you. Here are going to be some rectangular prisms. So rectangular prisms are just shapes like this. You know what? I'm going to skip this shape part because we kind of already talked about it, but you guys can feel free to watch this part here.
Why are we going over this? Like, didn't we already study this in school?
You might have done rectangular prisms for volume, but not cylinders, which is going to be kind of the important part. All right, so let's do some examples here. Right here, I have a rectangular prism. It has a lot of numbers on it. But to find the volume, which is the space that a shape takes up, so how much space does this shape take up?
You have to multiply the length times the height.
Yes. So I need volume is equal to base times height. So the base in this case for a rectangular prism is a rectangle. So to find the area of a rectangle would be length times width, and then the volume is height. This one's pretty familiar. Let's go ahead and do this. We just have to be able to identify which are my dimensions. So I have 5, I have 1, and I have 2. Since it's all multiplication, it doesn't matter what order they go in. So if I have my length, 5 times my width, 2 times my height of 1. Now I just need to find my volume by multiplying. I do 5 times 2 times 1, which gives me 10. Now, volume will be units cubed, because there are three dimensions. Okay, let's try something that's a little harder. We're going to do our cylinders. So how much space does a cylinder take up? If you notice on the cylinder, the bases are what's in between the height. So these are the shapes. What shape is the base in this case? In this case, it's a circle. So we're going to have to use a circle formula for our base. Okay? So the area of my base, so B stands for the area of my base. In this case, it's a circle. The circle area formula is pi r squared, and then I need to multiply it times the height. Okay? So let's find our information. I'm going to bring down my pi. What's my radius? My radius is 3. Because it only goes halfway through the circle. So I'm going to do 3 squared, and then I multiply that by 10. I'm going to do everything besides the pi. So I have 3 squared. That gives me 9 times 10. Gives me 90 pi. In this case, inches cubed. We want to find it rounded. Let's go ahead and put that in. We have 90 times pi, which would give us approximately 282.7 inches. Okay, we're going to pause it right there. I do have another video on this. Okay, let's do one more example. So that was one example. What are you guys? Okay, so this video will be posted, is posted on your announcements. So let me show you what it looks like on your announcements here. This is the lesson. So we're going to complete these 2 IXL topics. You can use a Desmos, and then you will submit it right here. But this video that I showed you is right here. So I have 2 examples of each on there. So the cylinders is going to be the hardest thing. That's probably new. You guys know rectangular prisms from probably last year, but cylinders is new, so practice that. Let's see. Do you guys have any more questions about this? Do you guys want me to show you the next example on the video? Okay. So don't worry, there's only about 3 more minutes. Here I have some more notes. This was supposed to be the first example, but I didn't do it. So in this case, B stands for area of the base. So let's go ahead and do this one. We have volume is equal to big B times H. In this case, our big B, our base is a rectangle. So we're going to use the area of a rectangle, which is length times width, and then we multiply it by the height. So when I put my 3 dimensions in, and I have 7 times 9 times 15. And yes, you guys can use a calculator with this standard. So let's go ahead and put it in. The 7 times 9.
63.
15. That gives me 945 meters cubed. Do one more. The cylinder, we have a base that is a circle. But in this case, our base is given the diameter, right? We're given the diameter, so we have to be careful here. So our base is a circle. So the area of a circle is pi r squared. So I'm going to stick this in for B, pi r squared times height. Now I can substitute in my values. So in this case, my diameter is 12. So to find my radius, I have to divide it by 2. So my radius is going to be 6 squared times the height. In this case, it's 9. The height is the number between the 2 bases. So pi squared is 36 times 9. 36 times 9 gives me 324 pi feet cubed. This is my answer in terms of pi. Let's go ahead and put that in the calculator. 324 times pi gives me 1017.87. So if we were to round this to the nearest tenth, it would be 1017.9 feet cubed. Okay, hopefully this video helped. Email me if you need help. Okay, so let's stop sharing my screen. All right, so today you're doing rectangular prisms and cylinders, okay? That's our intro to this lesson. So normally we do intro to this lesson. Oh, look like I did not put in Friday's assignment yet. So I will have that up later. To take a screenshot, you need to use Command-Shift+3. I need to be able to see this whole screen. Do not crop it so I only see this. I have to see all of it. Right? Now, on Friday, you are going to have an interim quiz because we do want to see some of that. Okay. So this is kind of what it looks like going forwards. This is kind of the schedule and what you guys are going to do for the next 6 assignments. So on Friday, we're going to have an interim quiz, just a shortened one, just so that I can know what you guys know from the last lesson. We're going to talk about spheres and cones on Friday. So knowing how to find the volume of that, it's just the formula. And then on Wednesday, we're going to talk about surface area of all of these shapes. Friday, you're going to practice the volume and surface area, and then on Monday, you're going to have a quiz on volume. So, yes, Becca. Questions about anything?
Wait, how do you find the volume of the cone?
We'll talk about that on Friday.
Okay, I'll look it up real quick.
Yeah, you can look it up. They're pretty straightforward if you know the formula.
We want to see your baby. You should show us it.
Okay, I'll go get her. Babies are it's.
Here, Eli, I'm gonna go get one of my sister's baby dolls real quick. I'll be right back.
God, don't. Just don't.
They have like 17.
No.
Sir.
Wait, you know you could make them make each other see your face?
No, it's locked.
Share webcam. I see my face. Huh.
Eli, I'm gonna be the only one that sees you, by the way.
Oh, that's luck. Never mind then.
I mean, you guys are welcome to turn on your cameras, but you won't be able to see each other with me. So this is Eva. By the way, guys, we are done with today's lesson. So if you want to hop off, you can. But if you have more questions that you want to ask me, you can stay on.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Christian,
Bye.
bye.
Have a nice day.
How do we get off?
Um,
Get out of this
you
tab.
can just click close. You can click X.
Okay, bye.
Bye. You guys have any questions? Feel free to email me if anything. Yeah. You see the screen? You see everyone? Oh, more messages below. Let's see. Hi, guys.
You are currently the only person in this conference.
Perfect.